right, War 7 here, taking a look at bands. We've got Apocalypse, Kingpin, and Quake. Taking a look at Boss Island, Doom Boss, you've got Yellow Jacket, Omega Sentinel, and Blade. For Hulkling, you can go with Tiger, who will end it real quick, or you can go with Hood, maybe even Mojo, since he just melts him. Rintraw, Human Torch, Kitty Pryde, Scorpion, most likely. Immortal Abomination, Archangel, Warlock. Could even do Hulkling, to be honest. Quicksilver, you really actually don't need an evade counter. It's easiest to probably take that node with Nick Fury, but you can go ahead and use Immortal Abomination or Sunspot and just intentionally send the evade on cooldown. Hyperion, Cosmic Ghost Rider. I still think Symbiote Supreme could work. It would just be, knock him out before the constant SB3 knocks you out with an invulnerability boost and his defense buff protection, which reduces or caps damage at 15%. Gallon, probably Kitty, Anti-Venom, or Cosmic Ghost Rider. And then King Groot there, Rintraw, Hood. Yeah, I think that's about it. I know I've heard people say Immortal Abomination and Guillotine 2099. Section 2, paths 1 through 3 on the way out. Silver Surfer, you've got Null, you've got Cosmic Ghost Rider. Path 1, Mangog is easy, Human Torch or Mr. Negative. And then Weapon X, you can use Nimrod or Omega Sentinel. Path 2, Spam counter, bring Mole Man Fury. And then Man Thing counter there. You can either bring a Poison counter or you could go ahead and just nuke it down with Human Torch and Nova Flame. And then Omega Sentinel, I'm sure you can get away with Null, or you can go the super safe route and use Nebula and just shut her down completely. Paths 4 through 6 on the way out. Scorpion, you can use Mole Man, you can use Nick Fury, you can use Jabari Panther, anyone who really is going to shrug, or Poison Immune, like Immortal Abomination, and just save for Special 3. Path 4, you're going to want to use a Bleed Immune for Claire and just manage the power gain the best you can. So Warlock and G99, actually, you can probably just spam Special 1, and then Warlock or, pretty much only Warlock for Havoc there. There are probably some other tech options, but it's really just get him power drained to avoid the plasma buildup. Path 5, all Mr. Negative, all Kitty Pryde, or all Human Torch. Path 6, for Cersei, you could use Cosmic Ghost Rider, and you can actually use Cosmic Ghost Rider for Bishop as well. Or you can use Anti-Venom for Cersei as well. And then Bishop, you could go with War Machine and just remove the prowess with his Special 1 constantly. And then on the way in, Sauron, you've got Nimrod, you've got Omega Sentinel. Paths 7 through 9 on the way out. Mephisto, it's going to be Human Torch with the Nova Flame. And I'm sure Anti-Venom works as well. Path 7, Tigra, Mr. Negative, Human Torch, Archangel, and then Apocalypse, Nimrod or Omega Sentinel. Path 8, Mordo, sure you can get away with Archangel or Warlock, or you can use, like I said, Anti-Venom as well. And then Annihilus, Cosmic Ghost Rider, a Mystic option, like Doom. I'm sure Doom still just works, especially if you bring the Mr. Fantastic synergy. And then Path 9, Hulkling works for that Magneto, and then Nebula works for the Dormammu. And then you can actually use Ant-Man for both if you wanted to. Actually, not Ant-Man for Magneto because he is metal. So another option would be, who would we use? Kingpin's banned. Probably Blade and not use a special attack since he is a villain. And then on the way in, Killmonger, you can go with Cosmic Ghost Rider. You can go with Doom and the Mr. Fantastic synergy for armor breaking. All right, looking back at 1 through 3 on the way in, we actually had Infamous Doom. That can be taken with Null or Doom with Mr. Fantastic synergy. If you can take care of that armor up, that's part of the battle. The other is just dealing with the unblockable, and sick and tired champs can do that, which is why Null works, as well as removing the armor up. Middle minis, Dragon Man, you got Rintrah, you got Mr. Negative, you've got Nebula, Fury, Cosmic Ghost Rider is probably going to be your best option, but for him, you're probably going to want a mutant that is one of the 2 immunes, like Sunspot being immune to Incinerate, so that if he has to throw a special one, you don't have to worry about charges getting out of hand during the phase that you're not immune to. Section 1, paths 1 through 3 on the way out, Nimrod, you've got Cosmic Ghost Rider, you got Null, you've got Nebula. Path 1, Chavez, Human Torch or Mr. Negative, and then Terrax, CGR, or someone who places a lot of debuffs pretty quickly. Maybe Captain Marvel would be a good option. Path 2, Maw, you got Human Torch. It's probably your best bet. Maybe even Omega Sentinel with the tracking debuff placed. And then Immortal Hulk, Warlock, and Falcon. Path 3, Guardian, you got Null, you got Hulkling, and you've got Gallon. 4 through 6 on the way out, Domino, you've got Omega Sentinel and Nimrod. Path 4, Gore, you can either go with the Mystic route like Hood and Rintrah, or you could take your risk with Shang-Chi and Shrugging. Path 5, Thing, Clairvoyant, or a bleed option like Killmonger or Fury, and then Null, probably Cosmic Ghost Rider, or any Mystic with a big special 3, so wait to knock him down with Doom and then use special 3. Wiccan, you can get away with Archangel, since Neutralize won't bug him, or an Incinerate champion like Human Torch or Sunspot. And then 7 through 9 on the way out, Wong, you've got Human Torch, you've got Ant-Man. Path 7, usual Human Torch with Nova there for long shot, or Omega Red for the whole path, and then Archangel with White Magneto pre-fight for Kingpin. And then path 8, Arcus, pretty easy Doom, or any other Mystic like Hood or anyone with a Nullify. And then path 9, Void, you've got Shang-Chi, Jabari, Cosmic Ghost Rider. And then for Penny, I would probably go with Hulkling, or you could test your luck with Penny Parker or Anti-Venom and just really hit into her block and benefit from the double immune. So that's the end of defense. Let's go ahead and take a look at attack. All right, so War 7, we got D69 or ISO A, whoever they chose to call themselves this season. Today I'm going in with Hulkling, Shang-Chi, and Nebula. I've got path 9 in both sections, and Mangog actually wasn't placed on 54, so no Mr. Negative, no mini-boss duty for this war. So I filled a pretty niche role, path 9 here. You guys have seen me take this Void before. It's a rank 3, so shouldn't be any issues. Decided to go in here with Shang-Chi instead of Cosmic Ghost Rider, since it would be my only Cosmic Ghost Rider fight. Since we do have a rank 4 in the battle group, he took the mini bosses. So I didn't want to use the cosmic boosts. Might as well save those for another day, considering they aren't just fill up your inventory style from here on, which is good. But Shang-Chi here, cleanse Wushu, parry heavy reset, rinse and repeat until we get to special 2, use the special 2, and then continue as needed until Void is gone. Had a few issues trying to time the parry with this AI. I didn't miss a block, luckily, but there was a lot of, let's say, pressure just trying to get that heavy, or that parry, to stick and to actually land. And looks like second half of this fight, we finally figured it out. We're almost to special 2. Now that we're at it, go ahead and throw cleanse, throw the special 2, do a lot of damage, set yourself up for the next one. And we're not even going to make it to the second special 2. The crits along the way are going to be enough to take Void down. And I'm pretty sure it's a heavy, probably this one right here, that finishes it. So Super easy fight for Shang-Chi, not an issue when we don't have Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now, this Peni I was excited to take and nervous to take with Hulkling. The game plan here was to hit into her block a lot during the Incinerate phase. And then during the Poison phase, feel free to punch her in the face if we need to or if we can. So here I'm trying to get her to block. She blocks. In this first round of going through Incinerate and Poison, I'm a bit too aggressive, I think, in the Poison phase, and I end up with too much power when I'm ready to throw an unblockable special 2. And yeah, there we go. I'm not ready to throw it here. I'm trying to get her to block. She's not doing it. So now we're in the Incinerate phase. If anything here, I probably shouldn't have hit into her block at all. I actually don't know if I do. That parry there, that gives me some power. That second parry there gives me some power. So I probably shouldn't have parried. It would have helped keep me from that special 3. So unfortunately, I throw this special 3 while unblockable, which doesn't benefit Hulkling at all. This does a great deal of damage, but not as much as a boosted Double Fury special 2 would. So unfortunate there. It's fine. We're not panicking. This is a super easy fight for Hulkling. We ripped the Sync Shield off really quickly. So if we need to be aggressive during the Poison phase to prevent getting cornered, we definitely can. We obviously can't be too aggressive during the Incinerate phase hitting into block because we go unblockable pretty easily. But yeah, this second special 2, this time we are actually not going to time our power well. We stopped just shy of the special 2 and end up throwing special 1. Again, no big deal. Pretty safe fight. Now we're just going to have an excess of shape-shifting charges in preparation for this last special 2, if it even takes a special 2. So here we are. Lines up perfect. She barely has any health left, so the first hit does it. Easy fight for Hulkling. Took a little bit longer, probably a full minute longer than it should have, because I couldn't line that up. Everyone was moving, so I was actually able to get to section 2 and take my last 2 fights. Hulkling for this Magneto, and if there ever was a statement about unblockable being a very good piece of utility, it's this fight here. I can't parry, or I could, but if I retaliate the parry, I'm going to take damage because of one eye open. So Hulkling is just going to create his opening through the block. Really easy access to unblockable. That's the utility. I stand there and he stands there, so I decide to punish him while I'm still unblockable. Perfect. Now we're in the bleed phase. We're just going to wait this out. Sometimes I accidentally intercept, just trying to keep myself from getting cornered. And I'm also trying to prepare myself for an unblockable so that it doesn't take as many shape-shifting charges to get there. There we go. Perfect. Special 2. Fantastic. He is conduit. Does not matter. The debuff shows up after the special 2. So we're just going to let it run its course so that he doesn't heal much back. It's not like he's going to heal that special 2 back. All the damage was already done. And this is pretty much the fight. This bleed phase is going to end. I'm going to go unblockable, and we're going to do that same thing where we do a full combo. He turtles again. And then we finish him. Super easy. A very comfortable, very satisfying fight for Hulkling. And just laughable at Magneto. I don't care that you're unstoppable with your heavies. I create my own openings. Alliance energy power, fantastic. This was the last fight of my war, so I figured let's do it on these boosts because the energy refill is cheaper than boosts. So, Dormammu here with Nebula. It's kind of a joke. All you're going to do is attack, let the shock phase build your charges, parry, still continue to attack because attacking will build your charges as you get to special 2, and then making sure to either parry or throw the special 2 with a bunch of shocks on from earlier. And there's the parry, there are the shocks. Unfortunately, we didn't double 20, we doubled 10. It's fine. He's going to get KO'd from this next parry. Did not expect him to throw that special 1. And these shocks are going to do the job. And that will end my super niche, super fun war. Super chill. Our battle group actually only lost 1 attack bonus. So we only died once in that war. We actually ended up winning this 10-6. So death count was a little higher than we'd like, but it's still keeping us close to the top 3. So we're sitting pretty happy with where we're at. 5 more wars in the season. We just got to keep it up with our matchups, and we can possibly sneak into the top 3 near the last week of the war or season. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you guys at the next one.